Roy. So good morning. Welcome this morning. And I don't know about you, but I was so happy about the rain. It's like I didn't have to water. So, yeah, because it's going to be sunny tomorrow. But appreciate you being here today on this rainy day. And welcome to all of us who are here. Lucky us, because we get to go down and have soup downstairs afterwards. And look like there are 4 really delicious kinds. And welcome to everyone online. We're thinking about you too, and sorry about the soup. But next month, make it for soup for the day. I have to ask if anyone's here for the first time, and I think I recognize all of you. So, all right. So good morning again. And let's see. Oh, there's a discussion group coming, and this sounds really interesting. Kathy Daniels has been working on this for a while, and she is super good about leading groups and has done so many of these discussion groups, book groups, and all of that over the years. And this one is called, I think it's going to be on the back of your program. I'm looking at a different piece of paper. Living Intentionally Today. So it's going to be a Wednesday night discussion group, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting. And there will be more details. There will be more details on Sunday, and for those of you who are not here or watch online, there will be more details on Constant Contact that comes out every week. Just for those of you who are not here today, I know for those of you who are here, there is childcare. We do have childcare, a wonderful, fabulous person that works with the children, and they are delightful, absolutely delightful. So if you have children, feel welcome, because there's really a place for them. All right, we could use another volunteer. I didn't ask Sandy this, but I'm sure she would appreciate it. Another volunteer for our Wednesday, Sunday. Third Sunday even, Soup for the Soul. Yeah, that's today. Why would I remember it? Soup for the Soul, to help make sure that happens. And Satya is no longer a co-leader of that, so I'm sure that would be very helpful if someone could step up and help with that, because it is not only delicious, and it is a fundraiser, and because of that fundraiser, we've been able to do quite a few repair things around here. And as you know, if you own your own home, there's always a lot of repair, and so it is with Woodland Chapel. All right, so yes. Oh, is that on here? Oh, it is. I apologize. Yes. It was the Wednesday and Sunday that got me mixed up. So.
There's a really interesting perspective into the thought processes that have gone into New Thought here at Woodland Chapel. By taking this class, The Essential Earnest Homes, one gets a chance to explore the thought processes that made this teaching so great. And I think it'd be wonderful if we had a good crowd there. I think we're planning it for Tuesday evenings, and going to be from 6 to 8:30 p.m. There's a fee of $20. And this class does lead a person into the track for practitioner, but it's a really little quote from the material. This course is ideal for everyone, from the future practitioner to the inquisitive newcomer. I think you'd really enjoy it here at Woodland Chapel.
When does it start?
It starts, we're going to start it on the 14th of October. Okay?
We'll have more information out about that.
Details,
Yeah.
want to get a little
Yes. And I have to say, I've got, like many of you here, hundreds of books, literally. And if I had to only pick well, I can't say one. I'll never do that. But if I only had to pick 5, 2 of them would be Ernest Holmes books. It's transformed my life, and so it sounds like a really good opportunity to go deeper into Ernest Holmes. Our speaker this morning is our own Cheryl Gass. Yes. Who, for those of you involved here, you know how she keeps everything running around. I don't know what we would actually do without her. So, and she's also wonderful to listen to. And Ari, our beautiful soul heart music. So welcome this morning. Yeah. So, shall we stand?
Let's do it. If you can and are able and want to, please stand and sing with me. I'm going to sing a song by Ricky Byers. And here we go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Woo! Yeah. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Good morning. I invite you to close your eyes if you wish, or simply soften your gaze and turn within. turn within to that place that absolutely knows the power and perfection and love that is manifest from within through the Spirit that works within each one of us. The Spirit that knows all, sees all, and is all for each of us in this room and out in the world. I know that power is working through me right now, allowing me to be with you and speak these words. And I know that Spirit is making this service perfect in every way. It's a message to each of us individually. Each person is given the right words, the right message, the right action to fulfill their perfect manifestation as a being in this plane. I know that each of us has come here by a divine appointment to join together in fellowship and in community. I know that the message is made real through Cheryl's words. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this moment of peace where I release anything that distracts me from this message, anything that is not in complete coordination with what I choose to be. With gratitude in my heart, I release this word. I release this word and this message, knowing that it is done, is spoken, and through grace so much more. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Now we offer an affirmation. You'll find it in blue in your program. Please join me in saying, the divine spark within me always lights my way, so I arise above the swirl and confusion that seems to cloud my view. I am fulfilled. My higher purpose is made real, and so it is.
Good morning. We have a reading this time. I keep talking about this wonderful little magazine. Oh, if you haven't read it, you are missing out. So pick it up when you can and read it cover to cover. This morning's reading is called Love Only Knows. And Howell Creed, a writer, says, how do you go about recognizing God? The same way you recognize a friend when you meet one, your best friend. In reality, each one of us is a guest of the universal and infinite host that we call God. We're not strangers in the universe, but one with all the reality and the love and the reason and the power that there is. This is the meaning of spiritual science, religious science. It's not the control of one mind over another. It is rather the control of our own thought to the end that the divinity which already is inherent within us may blossom with greater verdure, fragrance, and fruitage in all of our human experiences. This is a spontaneous act. We do not have to go about with a disconsolate look on our faces to be spiritual. One truly is spiritual who implicitly believes in and trusts the action and the reaction of God, the Spirit. Our mind must be prepared for its entrance and passage through us. We merely become still and close our eyes temporarily and let that spontaneous presence flow through the imagery of our thoughts and into the manifestation of our life. And Dr. Holmes goes on saying, if controlling our own thought is the key to tranquility, peace, and happiness, then there must be a way each of us can manage that perfectly. Not just those who are gifted in enormous self-disciplinarians and perfectly tuned brains to it. No, that's where the spontaneous presence of God itself, once we turn to it, and doing for us and through us what we, just as we are, and that we are welcome to be more. It's up to us. Love only knows. And then there's an affirmation to cap that off, and it says, look forward to the future with joy, and in peace and gladness, and live in the present with an inner assurance of being one with life. And so it is.
Good morning. This first song is called One People. It's written by a man named Carl Anthony. Some of you might know it. Please sing along if you would like. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We all are one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. All of the planet in one. This world is made of only one. All of the people are free. When I honor you and you honor me, living the one human dream, playing a part of a team. Look, there's plenty to share. We live in a world where somebody cares. Still we sleep through the night, only afraid of the darkness, looking for traces of light, and watching for some sign of progress. Wake up, little girl, the future is bright. Wake up, little boy, look through the night and see. The one is you and me, one world in harmony. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one.
Thank you. Isn't Ari just the most beautiful spirit on the planet? This is so bizarre. Last night, I got to go see Daniel Namod with several of the people here, Kathy and David and Cheryl and her husband Peter, and we had a fabulous time. But one of the songs I really started to think about last night was One People on One Planet, and I thought, gosh, I wish I'd asked Ari to sing that. See, we are all one. I am serious. We are all one. Isn't that fabulous to know that? And what a glorious day. I know it's raining, but yeah, but the air is so clean and so fresh right now, and all of the things that allergies usually kick up in me are gone today. So it's like, wow, it's a beautiful day. Absolutely fabulous day. So today I want to speak to you about transcendent peace. Transcendent. It means rising above. You're transcending something, whatever it is that's in your life that you need to transcend. But peace this is the best description I've heard of peace. Profound inner tranquility. How many of you have profound inner tranquility in this moment? I hope in this moment you do, but maybe not all the time. But when I think about tranquility, what I remember is as a child, my grandparents in the summertime when it was so hot and they had no air conditioning. We lived in East Texas where the humidity, you felt like sometimes you could swim in it. It was so thick. But I remember in the evenings, because the wind would come up a little bit, so we would all go out and sit on my grandmother's front porch. And my grandmother and my grandfather each had a rocking chair that they liked to sit in. We just sat wherever because we were little kids. And there were other chairs, but I just remember that was after supper, after we had, everything was cleaned up and ready, almost time for bed. And we would sit on the front porch, and I just remember them rocking and just feeling so tranquil and just feeling so at peace that I had a full stomach. It was almost time for bed. Grandma always had a little snack beforehand, some watermelon or some ice cream or something, just a little. But it was always just that perfect tranquility of peace in the evenings. And it was just a perfect way to just slide into going into, sleep. But it was a feeling of being detached from worldly concerns. We weren't sitting there talking about what was on the news. We weren't discussing politics. We were not discussing anything. We were just enjoying each other's company and being tranquil and just serene in that moment. And it wasn't dependent on external circumstances. It was strictly, maybe we were forced out there by the heat, but it wasn't something that was forced upon us. It was just that to sit there and to be at peace. And how often can we just sit still in our lives and feel like we are absolutely at peace? I know sometimes I feel like I'm running around with my hair on fire because I've got so much going on, so much things, and I know other people here recognize that. But what peace does for you, it provides a sense of protection and harmony to the mind and to the spirit. You're in harmony when you're at peace. So, I'm just offering you a suggestion here. Why don't we turn off the noise that's, outside of us all the time? We've got the political stuff, we've got all of these other things, we've got issues that are, facing our chapel, we've got all this different kind of things that are going on. But what can we do about it? Well, I will admit to you, I'm probably not as informed as most of you about what's going on in the world, but about 10 years ago, longer than that, I quit watching the news. I just quit watching it because I realized it was always so negative. The whole world was falling apart. The whole world's been falling apart since the 90s, since the 80s, since the 70s. I've heard that my entire life. Oh, the world's just going to hell in a handbasket, as my grandmother would say. We've always had that thing come up, always these new changing and things that come up into our lives that we allow that turmoil and that noise to affect that inner peace that we are. And how can you get back to that peace? Well, one of the things about peace is that a lot of times it requires detachment. It requires detachment from what's going on around you. And one of the new theories, and I love this thought, is the gray rock. There's a gray rock It's a big rock. It's sitting in the middle of the stream. And as the stream goes by, does the rock move? No. The water has to go around it. It has to flow past it. And if the stream is too high, the water has to flow over it, it has to flow around it, it has to flow everywhere. But the rock never changes. Probably over 1,000 years, it would disintegrate from the water. But in that moment, the rock has absolutely set clear boundaries. You can't come through me. You can't move me. You cannot affect me. You can just wash over me. And sometimes that's what we need to do in a situation. We just need to be a gray rock. Just letting the things, the turmoil and everything go on around us and remaining at peace within. And that is really, really difficult to do sometimes because of our belief system. We have, all of us, a very strong sense of what we feel is right and what is wrong. All of us do. And so when somebody goes against our beliefs, that's when we get upset, we get angry. And I've said this before, the only time I get mad at people is when they're not doing what I want them to do. Isn't that the truth? That's when you get angry, whether it's on the road. And oh, you know what? That was so cool. Daniel Namod has road rage too. I'm one of those road rage people. Not really. I've really gotten better at it because I've figured out that what was going on around me had nothing to do with me. That guy didn't cut me off on purpose. He just wasn't paying attention, and that's what one of the things that Daniel said, that if we just stopped in a moment and listened to somebody's story, all of us have pain, all of us have hurt, all of us have experienced possibly abuse or bad relationships or people that have not been in our corner. We've all experienced that, some to more degrees than others. But I started thinking about that last night, and I actually told Kathy, I said, I have to go home and rewrite my whole talk. But it was, what I was thinking about was when I'm getting upset with somebody, I don't know their story. I don't know why they're behaving the way they are. Maybe they just suffered an extreme loss, a loss of a partner, a loss of a friend, and they're just distracted, which, maybe they shouldn't be on the road, but it's still, why am I automatically taking it personally? Why do I think they just did that? They just cut in front of me on purpose. No, they didn't. It was just that I have to step back and have some compassion, but also to be the gray rock. Let it just wash over me and just flow on down the stream. It doesn't have to stay in my life. It doesn't have to be something that defines me. But a lot of us allow that to happen. I know I have too. That's the cool thing, this really cool thing about this teaching. It is a journey that you don't really ever arrive at unless you're no longer on the planet. Then it's a different thing, I'm sure. But it's always a journey. It's always learning. It's always expanding your mind, trying to find the truth of who you are and exploring that truth. And that's what the beauty of this teaching is to me. But the other way to do it is through a detachment, is to become the observer. Just to look without making a judgment, without any kind of thought about how I'm going to retaliate, what I'm going to say as soon as they finish speaking, or I'm going to butt in right in the middle and cut them off and tell them the truth of what I believe is the truth. But to become the observer means you become the listener. You become the person that people want to speak to because they know they're being heard. I know there's times in your life when you feel like you're not being heard. That, there's that great commercial on TV right now where this lady says, you said, what is it what you would really like to see different in your life? She said, I would like for once for somebody not to cut me off, and the guy just starts talking over her, I was thinking, gosh, is that so true? Sometimes that's how it happens. But how do you heal yourself within you to be able to come to that place of detachment, to become that gray rock? Well, I think that what you need to start thinking about is what is tweaking you, what in your belief system is allowing other things and external things to affect who you are. Wow. That's so easy to do because we do live in this world and we do know that there's, all kinds of things that can set us off. But when you can become the observer, all of the judgment leaves you. You can look and you can see with compassion, with love, with serenity. It doesn't have to affect you. You get to hold on to your own beliefs, but you don't have to share them with everyone else, or you don't have to let people sharing their beliefs affect who you are. That's when you have strength of character, when you know who you are and you know what your beliefs are, and you live that. You're authentic. You're always the same person. But that requires work. So, how can you get to that place? Well, I had them pass out. I hope everybody got one, but I call it the cube. Here's the cube. And I want you to turn your cube so you're looking at you. This is you. This is all the things that you believe. This is everything that is you, right there on this side of the cube. But if you look on the exact opposite side of you, you see other. That's another situation, another relationship, another, financial issue, whatever it is. This is you. This is the other thing that's in your life that is tweaking you, whatever it is. So, but if you look, you has your truth, but the other has its own truth. The other person has their truth. They have what they believe. That is theirs. The other relationship, the job, work, whatever it is, that's the truth of what it is. But the reality is, if you look on the top in blue, it says truth. Because the truth is always something between the two. There's no absolute right. There's no absolute wrong. That's the truth. And so when you want to look at the truth, what can you do? All right, if you look on one side of it, it says assume. What are you assuming about that other person, that other relationship, whatever it is? What are you assuming about it that might not be true? And it goes back to understanding that everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own truth. And I think that that's why at times we have a hard time realizing and finding peace, because we feel like we're in conflict with others when we don't have to be. So if you're looking at it from the perspective of, what am I assuming about this relationship? What am I assuming about this person? What kind of thoughts do I have in my head that I'm projecting onto that situation or onto that person? Is it because that little inner child in you is hurt, or maybe that inner child feels like this is not fair, this is not right, and all of those things? But that is an assumption that you think that they're being unfair or that they're not right. But every person has their own truth, and that's the reality of it. So if you look on the opposite side, personal, my favorite. What are you taking personally? Why are you taking it personally? Is it really that important to you that you force your truth on someone else? Or you force them, or you think, I can't be friends with you because of the way you believe. I actually have friends that when they found out that one of their friends voted or did something opposite of them, they cut them off because they felt like, you are delusional, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not the truth. The truth is that we all are allowed in this country. That's our freedom, to have a voice and to speak what we believe. Isn't that a wonderful, marvelous gift? We don't even appreciate it sometimes when you think about other countries where you can be jailed for speaking your truth. We don't have that here. Okay, so then, if you look at the bottom, it says love. So can you look at the relationship between you and the other through the eyes of love? That's what solves coming between the truths. I can love you, and I will defend to the death your right to feel the way you feel. But that is not how I feel. I honor you. I honor your feelings. I honor what you believe. But it is not mine. But do I have to scream that? Do I have to take them down and say, oh, you're so wrong, you're doing this wrong, and no. That's not my place. My place is to take care of my own heart, to take care of my own thoughts, my own beliefs, to be responsible for what I feel, to be responsible. That's hard to do too. Because a lot of times we haven't really examined what is tweaking me. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel so angry about a situation or around this situation? Because I feel like there's injustice. I feel like there's all kinds of things going on. And you know, we always put down anger. We always say, oh, anger, that's wrong. We should suppress it. We shouldn't show it. No. Righteous anger is what motivates us. It's what moves us forward. But if your anger is righteous, it is not domineering. It is a way to get you moving. If you feel that strongly about something, then do something about it. Stand up. Be who you are. Go and find like-minded people that believe like you do. And when you do, you can see that yours is not the only one that believes that way, but you also see that you are sometimes the only one that believes that way. I mean, I just remember back when I was in Palm Desert that people were afraid to identify themselves as a Republican or a Democrat because of the backlash that some people would throw at them. And that's just not right. And no matter what, and my dad taught me this, and maybe this is my own personal opinion, I might not approve of the person in office, but by God, that's our president, for better or for worse. But my dad taught me that. I don't have to approve of the person, but I do respect the office and the office of president. So yeah, I know there's all kinds of discord around that, but that was how I came to peace with it, was the fact that I don't have to approve, I don't have to agree, but I do have to show the respect for our country. And some people don't feel that so. They feel like they can go out and they protest and do all this. That is their right. That is their right. So going back to the cube, just think of it this way. Use your cube and just think of one small act of kindness that you can do for this other. What's an act of kindness? I have my friend Buddy. Buddy has made it his mission. Buddy is 80-something. He is now a chaplain. All this is since he turned 80 years old. This man has just bloomed. But he says every day when he interfaces with anyone, he tries to say one kind thing. If he's standing in line at the grocery store, he tells the girl by the cash register, "You look really nice today," or "Wow, you're really efficient at your job." He just says little nice things to everyone, and it's just changed his whole life because he stopped looking at people as opponents and start looking at them like they're all part of his family, because he embraces the fact that we are all one. We are one energy, individualized, looking like we are, but perfect in God's eyes, perfect just the way we are. We don't have to change a thing. We just have to be aware that we are spiritual beings and that we have the ability to choose how we live our life. Wow. I love that. So I think that a lot of times people find peace when they can connect to what they feel is their higher power, no matter what they call it, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, no matter what, it's all still one power. No matter how we acknowledge it, no matter how it's worshiped, no matter how it is displayed, no matter what, it still all comes back to one thing. We are all just one family living on one planet. So if you think about how to heal from these feelings and to find detachment and peace, I have a secret for you. It's already there. It's already there within you. All of those feelings, all of those things are already within you. You just have to knock down the walls, get rid of the buttons that people push on you, and just find that place of being serene and at peace with yourself. Because really and truly, how can we ever expect for this planet to find peace if we can't even find peace within ourselves? When we find peace within ourselves as a planet, there will no longer be war. There will no longer be any of the things that we fight for right now that we feel like we're justified in doing. All of those things will go away if we can just, within ourselves, as human beings, as people that are sharing this planet, when we can find peace within ourselves, then it radiates out from within us and it permeates everything. So I just invite you, explore that inner child that is you. Take that child and give it a hug if it needs it. Just go back and just figure out who I am, what I want to bring to the world, what small act of kindness I can do today, whether it's just smiling at someone, holding the door open for someone, just being that kindness. And it doesn't take much. It just takes a little step, one little baby step. And that's where we start. What is it? Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Well, I invite you to step up and start walking. Namaste.
All right, this song is by Tyrone Wells. It's called And the Birds Sing. Sunshine came out today, and it's shining all over the world, shining all over the world. Sunshine came out today, and it's shining all over the world, on every man, woman, boy, and girl. And it sure feels fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and your soul within, and the birds sing do 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 do. Do 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 do. The poor man and the millionaire both share the oak tree shade, not stressing about money made. The preacher and the atheist both jumping in the ocean waves. Today they both feel saved, and it sure feels fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and your soul within, and the birds sing do 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 do, and the birds sing do 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 do. sunshine will shine again. Shine all over the world. Shine all over the world. One day, sunshine will shine again. Shine all over the world. On every man, woman, boy, and girl. And it sure feels fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and the soul within. And the birds sing do 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 do. Woo! And the birds sing do 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 do. And the birds sing do 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 do. Ah, thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful talk, Cheryl, and for the beautiful music. They're both great. Yes. We come to a time of sharing when we get to share not only our activities and our volunteers, which make this chapel run, but also the finances, the money that we have to keep our finances in order. So I'd ask you at this time to look at the offertory affirmation in the program, and let's repeat them aloud. It starts with the word divine love. Are you ready? Divine love moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Gratitude is a natural reaction of the heart in the presence of goodness. To be present with someone who is good, to be present with an organization like Woodland Chapel, which is so good, to be present here in this life, which is so good. So we let that natural gratitude just flow from our hearts, through our hands, through what we do, what we say, and what we give. And we give thanks for all that we have received here this morning, all that we have given, and all that we are. Please join me in saying, and so it is. How about we stand up and say our prayer of protection? The words are in the program if you're not familiar with them. The words begin with the light. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Please join hands and sing together. Let there be peace on earth. She is.
Are we going to sing? She says, not me.
Really beautiful.